as a solopreneur, you could do something by like establishing a solo 401k plan. And the reason why you may want to choose that route is because if you have a significant amount of excess capital every pay period from a cash flow standpoint, you may want to try to maximize the amount of money that you put away towards retirement each year. So as a business owner, the question of what type of retirement plans to put in place, it really depends on your unique circumstances, the situation in which you actually operate your business. Let me give you an example. Let's say you are a sole proprietor. Let's say you're an e-commerce professional and you have no employees. It's just you, but you're earning a decent amount of money a year. Let's say you're earning $200,000 to $300,000 a year. But you don't need all of that money to actually live, meaning you have excess amount of cash flow beyond your daily needs and wants. Well, once you've figured out what that excess is, you can then start to back into a game plan by which you put away money for retirement. And as a solopreneur, you could do something by like establishing a solo 401k plan. And the reason why you may want to choose that route is because if you have a significant amount of excess capital every pay period from a cash flow standpoint, you may want to try to maximize the amount of money that you put away towards retirement each year. And in a solo 401k environment, you get to put away not only your employee contribution into the 401k plan, but since you're also the business owner, you could put in the employer match and or contribution, which could max out, at the time of this filming, could max out north of $50,000 a year. And also depending on your age, maybe you get to make a catch-up contribution, depending on how old you are. So that's one methodology by which you can put money away for retirement. Now, if you're an employer with many employees, then it comes down to questions along the lines of what type of employees do you have? Do you have full-time employees? Do you have part-time employees? What is the ages of those employees? What's the pay scale of those different employees? And all of that information can be found on something referred to oftentimes as an employer census, meaning you're taking a look at all of the employees of the organization and shifting them out into a demographic style pattern to be able to understand exactly what that matrix looks like with regard to the employees that make up your business. Now, obviously, it depends on the circumstances, but you could potentially put in a traditional 401k plan. You could put in what's referred to as a defined benefit plan, which is different than a 401k, which 401k is a defined contribution plan, which means that all you're doing is setting the amount of money that you're putting away each year or each pay period. That's a contribution that is defined. Defined benefit is really looking at the opposite end of the spectrum with regard to a retirement plan, meaning how much benefit are you going to receive from it in retirement. So once you've determined what benefit you want to receive, then every year you calculate the amount of money that needs to be contributed to that plan in order to result in an amount of money at retirement from which you can then pull the defined benefit amount out. Now, there's a lot of nuance in between. You have things like IRAs that you can do on your own. You have SEP IRAs. You have simple IRAs. The spectrum of retirement plans is vast, but to determine the one that makes the most sense for you, you're going to want to sit down with a financial professional, someone who knows the retirement spectrum and all the different plans and nuances of plans that exist, and you're going to start asking how questions. Not can questions, but how can questions. How can I do X? How can I take the excess that I have every month and make sure that I'm putting it away for future years? Now, I do want to add this caveat because it's important for me to say it. Putting money away in a retirement plan may not be the best approach at a particular point in time. It may be more beneficial for you to actually reinvest that excess cash flow into your number one asset, which is your business. Being able to increase your business opportunity potentially could increase cash flow in the future. So you really want to always sit down and say, what is the best utilization of the capital that I have at my disposal so that it benefits me not only now, but in years to come. I hope this helps you in your journey. I wish you well. Bye for now.